All right, so guys, I'm just gonna try to start getting on here a couple times a week and reinforcing some of the stuff. Hopefully, you are getting in your work online through Canvas. Some of the stuff you've hopefully encountered is ancient Greece. Okay, ancient Greece is located in the Balkan Peninsula in southeast Europe, mostly comprised of steep and rugged mountains divided by people. People are going to live along the coast because the soil was more fertile and designed for, uh, or ideal rather, for growing crops. And then obviously the coastline would make it easy for ships to come in and to start trading with other civilizations in that particular area. So here's just a kind of a picture of some of that area and what it kind of looked like. It was very rocky, and so a lot of this stuff needed to have kind of shallow roots, but they did successfully grow olives, grapes, and stuff of that nature, wheat and barley, and traded those. Okay, so here you're going to see Athens, and that's primarily what we're talking about. We're going to talk about Crete and Mycenae here uh, probably next week, um, and we'll touch on some of that again. But just kind of a visual there for you. This orange is the quote unquote territory of ancient Greek territory or society. So as they spread out, they're going to cross the Aegean Sea over through the Mediterranean Sea and expand across so that it allows them to make some of those trade routes a little earlier. Okay, so like I pointed out, Athens here, capital of Greece, and that's where most of this stuff is going to take place, right? So why do we study the Greeks? The ancient Greeks are one of the biggest success stories and one of the most remarkable cultures that we see in throughout history. And so they are going to have their success due to a massively effective military. They're going to lend us things in our society, such as the Olympics, theater, history books and novels. Okay, they're going to establish that system of trial by jury. They're going to give us the Greek alphabet, which we're going to obviously use to create the um, alphabet we know today, and then philosophy and just kind of studying the human mind and interactions. Okay, and so this slide, pretty wordy, but essentially what this is going to talk about is the Greeks are going to provide us with our system of voting, and so they're going to have a type of government called a direct democracy. And so what this is going to be is wealthy and prominent, often rich individuals are going to comprise the Senate, and then any males uh, that live in that particular area could come to the Senate and they would vote. And so, like I said, it was mostly males, but they're going to provide us with that early system of voting. Um, and then as they spread out, they're going to form what we call city states, okay, and political units made up of a city and all the surrounding land. So if we go back to this map real quick, you're going to have city states all throughout these territories. Even though Athens is ruling them, they get so spread out, and unfortunately, this is going to lead to part of the downfall of ancient Greece, right? So as far as what we need to know here, one, we're just talking about these city states, which are going to be those political units made up of cities and surrounding land. Some more pictures here for you. Okay, Acropolis. So this is a fortified part of ancient Greek city, usually built on a hill. So this is an Acropolis. It was strategically built to sit above the surrounding area so that they could see incoming attacks. They could monitor everything coming in. So that was strategic. So we're going to see these Acropolises, but they're also going to be used for a variety of different things. And I will post a 360 virtual tour of one particular area that was used, but you're going to see markets here, you're going to see meetings, you're going to see political, religious assemblies, you're going to see the theater, you're going to see those trials by jury and different stuff like that. Also referred to as an agora, a public open space used for assemblies and markets. So yeah, just two different ideas there that we're going to see. Okay, so here's another example of an agora or a place that they would have congregated for various things. Okay, like we pointed out in this map, some of these city-states established colonies around the seas, and so they would use these boats driven by men in the military. So it was not a easy task. So we're going to see once again a little bit different view, but these are going to be all the ancient Greek settlements here in red. And so they, as you can tell here, are going to spread out pretty vastly throughout that time period. Okay, so one problem with these city-states is because they're so spread out, like we see here, they're going to be very independent. They're going to want their own rules. They're going to want to handle their own problems, their own negotiations, their own trade. They're going to want to handle all of this stuff. So around 500 BC, an invading army caused Greek city-states to band together against a common enemy. The invasion from Persia, a powerful empire in Central Asia. The Persian army was huge, well-trained, and experienced. Greece, on the other hand, had no single army. Each city-state had an army, but none was as large as Persia. As a result, the Persians expected a quick victory. So that's why I said one of the downfalls when you're this spread out, and you have, different armies here, all these little red dots are those city-states. It's going to be a lot harder to combine and fight against a army as massive as the Persian army. Okay, so led by Athens, a city-state in eastern Greece, which is the capital we talked about, the Greeks were able to defeat the Persians and keep Greece from being conquered. When the Persians invaded again 10 years later, the Athenians again helped defeat them. So the victory over the Persians increased the confidence of the people all over Greece. In the period after the Persian invasion, the people of Greece made amazing advances in art, writing, and thinking, or those ideas of philosophy. Okay, so kind of pause there for today and pick back up to tomorrow. Or possibly Monday, I guess. This is Friday, so I'll try to put one up Monday, and we'll talk more about the what's going to happen after this particular battle and how Greece is going to kind of start to weaken a little bit. Have a good weekend, guys.